I came out categorically opposed to the notion of having Gazans leave Gaza by force or
which is what the president you voted for has called for. He called for it. He said we will clean out that whole thing.
But you know,
bro, just stop. Hey, thank you for clicking this video. Just to let you know, this is a clip from my previous live stream that I did. Just want to let you know I go live every Sunday through Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And if you don't know what time that is, go ahead and Google that so you can meet me and have a conversation on my next stream. Once again, I appreciate you clicking this video. Now let's enjoy the video. In 2025, okay, you cannot be taken seriously, even from Republican circles at this point. You can't be taken seriously if you support Israel killing innocent people. You can't do that. And when it comes to Democrats, let alone progressives, this should be an easy. This is a layup, because once again, going over the numbers every single time I make videos like this, as of now, over 60,000 dead, not including what's under the rubble. It's going to jump up gratefully after they, it's going to take some time, but that number is going to jump up like crazy. That's one. Two, now with Trump in office, they want to eradicate the Palestinian people. They are going to ethnically cleanse the area. So once again, Israel can take over land. And this has been proven historically. So this is not something new. Just read a few books, you will understand. And of course, the whole conversation like, oh, well, if Harris was in office, it'd be completely different. By a margin. She may not be, on record saying, hey, we're going to turn it into a beachfront property. But she will continue to fund Israel, claiming self-defense and just doing business as usual with Israel. So once again, if you are in that mindset of defending Israel in 2025, you're crazy. You're not going to win that conversation. So it just baffles me. It confuses me when people like that decide to go to the one man that will destroy you on every single level. Why would you go to him with that position? And I'm talking about the great, who's never late, Mehdi Hassan. Mehdi Hassan is the one person you do not want to come to when talking about Israel and Gaza. He is going to make an example out of you. And that right here is what we're going to experience together.
With this whole political, he's trying to get the courts to back.
Let's pause it. We're going to jump in right here. Once again, we're not going to watch the entire conversation because this is 34 minutes long. We'll be here literally for like an hour and 45 minutes because myself, I could talk a lot. Okay. So let's go ahead and hear this important exchange on why you should never purposely be on the wrong side of a conversation. Once again, it could be plenty of reasons. One, you're getting paid to play. So of course you're going to hold these stupid talking points because you're getting paid. Or two, like this gentleman here, you're such a coward. You're such a small human being that you're too scared to speak up for what's right because you're afraid of what Trump is going to say. You're afraid of what Trump might do to you. So you're going to be a coward like this person here. Let's take a listen.
But also opposing the Biden administration. You were very critical. Yes. And Joe Biden supporters would also say, well, he wants to end the war. And people like you and me would have said, well, he can end the war and he hasn't done it. Right? I think that's a fair view. You called Joe Biden Genocide Joe. multiple times. And there was clearly an argument for saying that. In my view, Joe Biden was complicit in a genocide.
Yes.
But in my view, Donald Trump is also complicit in a genocide. He has helped Benjamin Netanyahu bomb, besiege, starve the people of Gaza for more than 6 months. So would you also call Donald Trump genocide Donald?
Now, before he answers, this is always the first hurdle when talking to either a Trump supporter or someone who is supporting Israel. Like, it's always a hurdle like, Joe Biden, he did it too. He actually gave them billions of dollars. Yeah, that's why we don't support Joe Biden. That's why we are on his behind when it comes to what he partook in with Israel doing this genocide. He doesn't get a pass. What are you talking about? And let a progressive be on the wrong side of a conversation. We're not going to give them no leeway because they are progressive. We have this thing called morals, standards, and it don't matter who you are. So once again, listen to a coward speak and do not ever repeat this.
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because the situation during the Biden administration, that war could have been stopped at a much easier manner than it would be right now. Things are getting significantly more complicated from my perspective. I mean, listen, I am, my grandmother was from Gaza.
Yeah.
I relate to the people of Gaza.
But it is a genocide in Gaza.
My goal, it is an Israeli imposed genocide, yes.
But Joe Biden was complicit in that genocide.
You know, I know where you're getting at, but the thing is...
you know what I'm getting at? Because I don't understand why is one president complicit in genocide but not another?
Because...
I didn't make you call him genocide Jew. You called him genocide Jew. You said, this is you last year. Arab and Muslim Americans are sick and tired of genocide Joe. He is arming Israel to the teeth, killing and wounding almost 2% of Gaza's population. Why does that not apply to Donald Trump? Everything in there applies to Donald Trump.
You know,
he gave billions of dollars of weapons to Israel as soon as he came in. He lifted Joe Biden's hold on 2,000-pound bombs.
Donald Trump wants to end that war.
So why did he lift the hold on 2,000-pound bombs? Literally 5 days into office.
Listen, I cannot be responsible for the decision.
I'm not asking you to be responsible. I'm asking you, do you agree with me that he, therefore, is the same as Biden?
He's not the same as
why?
Biden.
I'm asking you to explain to our viewers why.
Because President Trump wants to end this war, and
Biden said the same thing. Whether you want something is irrelevant. Is he ending the war? No, he's giving them more and more weapons, billions of dollars of weapons. Bypassed Congress to do it.
Time will only tell that the president is going to end this war.
Even if he ends the war, the point is we're 7 months in right now, 8 months in. A lot of people have died, thousands of thousands.
A lot of people have died.
And that. It's just hard to watch. Like, just stop it. Okay, at some point, you need to learn how to just pack your bags and go home. This conversation is not for you. If you can't be a human being and just be honest with yourself, say, hey, this war in Gaza, and honestly, it's not even a war. This is the most one-sided war in American history. Okay, like this situation, this event, this genocide, this eradication of a people needs to stop, but it's not going to stop because Democrats and Republicans are funding and aligned with Israel. That's not complicated. It's literally what we're seeing. It's complicated. It's hard to. If someone tells you it's complicated, that's usually a disclaimer of, I don't want to show my cards. I don't want to show you how much of a coward I am. That's usually what they're trying to hint to. But no, this guy right here, come on.
Trump's watch.
A lot of people have died.
But you said last year that he would end the war. You told Arab Americans to vote for Trump. But he hasn't ended it.
Listen, I believe whatever I said, I stand by.
No regrets. But
no.
what you said last year.
No, absolutely
So
not.
when you said last year that you take Donald Trump at his word, those were your phrase. He is a man of his word, you said, when Donald Trump promised to end the war. I mean, he's broken that word. He hasn't ended the war. In fact, he's made the war much worse. Mm-hmm. Surely you regret saying that.
Well, I know that he's working very hard to end that war.
That's exactly what people said about Joe Biden, Bashar. And you and I mocked them.
You know what? Joe Biden, from my perspective, was in a different category because from the very beginning, Joe Biden allowed Israel to do whatever they wanted.
So was Donald Trump. In fact, he said, let me just read this quote to you from Donald Trump just last week. He said, Benjamin Netanyahu should finish the job in Gaza. And when he was asked about Netanyahu reoccupying all of Gaza, he said, quote, it's pretty much up to Israel.
Now tell me the phrase is pretty much up to Israel. What does that mean? That means, hey, Israel can do whatever they want. So once again, how is that different from Joe Biden? If you think Joe Biden is Genocide Joe, which is a funny nickname, how does that not apply to Trump at all? Like if Joe Biden wore this as a shoe, if there was a genocidal shoe, Trump fits that shoe perfectly. What is the difference? And once again, like, you don't have to be a Middle East expert or historian to just see what's going on. Compare that to Joe Biden's 4 years and be like, nothing has changed. Nothing at all. And just like Mehdi said, which I have forgotten, Trump lifted the hold on military bombs. How does that make sense? But yeah, I guess Trump isn't assisting in a genocide. Okay, got you.
I don't believe that's the case.
That's what he said.
I know, but
so why did he say it?
I'm not in the president's mind. But
if Joe Biden had said that, you would have criticized him. He says it's pretty much up to Israel. This is green light. Finish the job, up to Israel. Those are Donald Trump's words. They're not my words. They're not Joe Biden's words.
You know, all I know and all I'm working for is an end to this war.
I appreciate that. That's why we invited you here. That's why we talked about where we are in the negotiation. But you also played a big role in the election, and I'm just trying to get a sense of, do you have any regrets? You're saying no. I'm wondering why, when he's clearly betrayed you.
Well, listen, the president is intent on ending this war.
Intention doesn't matter.
No, but
hey,
everybody says they want to end the war.
There you go.
With an intention, okay, that leads to action. I believe that right now, this week, a lot of things are...
Intention leads to action. I understand that. I even agree with that. Usually when you have an intention, usually it should be actions to follow right behind it. I get that. But Trump has been in office for what? 8 months? 9 months? What has changed over there? Nothing. They're still killing people today. They just killed a journalist last week and said that he was part of Hamas with no proof. Once again, after 240 Gazan journalists killed for little to no reason. Once again, hey, come on. Let's not do this. Come on.
Are happening at the White House, which I believe are going to end this war. Everybody is tired of it, including this administration.
And how does the war end in terms of what Israel gets? Because many would argue that what Donald Trump is proposing is much worse than anything Biden or Harris proposed. He's proposing a plan for the ethnic cleansing of Gaza. Everyone must leave.
No, listen. If you recall, in February of this year, I came out categorically opposed to the notion of having Gazans leave Gaza by force or by
which is what the president you voted for has called for. He called for it. He said we will clean out that whole thing.
But you know,
bro, just stop. Hey, he seems like he got grandkids. he should be over there enjoying kids. Okay, you got grandkids, love your kids. Okay, you should not be in the same room with Hassan with this weak argument. We all knew, and even before the election, because I covered it, we all knew Trump was being paid millions of dollars. I wish I had the lady's name, but being paid millions of dollars to do this if he got elected. This was already being talked about. This was not some big secret that, all of a sudden he sprung to people. If you paid attention, which once again, I wish I had the lady's name, paid Trump millions of dollars. Like, hey, once you get in, I need this place cleared out. And then, that's crazy. Oh, we're going to clear Gaza out and they can't come back. But this idiot right here, Trump is not gonna do that, right? Right? He's not gonna. Come on. and DJ Bella, you said intentions doesn't matter. It does. Intention is like step number one. If you intend to, get up and look for a job, that's your intentions. You need to get that locked in. And then next is action. You're going to get up, brush your teeth, wash your behind, get on some good clothes, and go out there and look for a job. But usually what contradicts intentions is if your actions do the opposite of your intentions. And then that's where intentions fail. Trump may have sold to this guy his intentions, but his actions are speaking literally opposite of that. So that's where the whole his intentions argument fails, because we're 8 months in, nothing has changed. If anything, it's accelerating. So, hey.
I am opposed to anyone forcing Palestinians to leave their homeland for any reason whatsoever on earth. Okay.
He said they have to leave and they can't come back. How are you okay with that?
But no, Palestinians will not. I'm not okay with that.
But he said that. Donald Trump. I don't know why you're getting annoyed at me. Donald Trump said when he was asked on Fox, once they leave, can they come back? This is what Donald Trump said. No, they wouldn't. How are you okay with that?
I'm not okay with that.
So have you told him you're not okay with that?
They know exactly how I feel.
So isn't the Trump plan for ending the war in Gaza much worse than anything we've seen before?
Listen, what is at the table right now is a permanent end to the war, Israeli withdrawal, Arab troops going in along with international troops to take over and manage the Gaza Strip. And that's what at the table. There were times when the president said, no, Palestinians will not be forced out of Gaza. Palestinians can always come back to Gaza. He said that. So it just depends.
What day of the week it is.
I'm not responsible for what the president says.
I'm not asking you to be responsible. I'm saying, do you agree with it or do you condemn it? You were very vocally condemnatory of the previous administration, which you were every right to, and I shared your criticisms. I'm wondering why you won't be critical when this president says much worse than Joe Biden.
Listen,
I don't remember Joe Biden telling people not to come back.
I have the right to be critical,
Yeah.
but I do not condemn the president.
Okay.
Because I believe he wants to end this war.
He has the right to be critical, but not condemn this president. Okay, based off that logic, when do you condemn him? After another 20,000 Palestinian people are dead? When more bombs are dropped on hospitals? There's only a few standing, so I mean, I think it's like one or a couple more schools left. When? At what point? When they built the first hotel? Like this, just the writing. And once again, this is a coward. This is what you don't want to be. But unfortunately, it's people like this, and we have to share a country with them.
Believe he is racist towards Palestinians?
No.
So why does he use Palestinian as a slur, as an insult? He said Chuck Schumer is a Palestinian. He's no longer Jewish, he's a Palestinian. When you hear the President of the United States use your ethnicity, your nationality as a slur, that doesn't bother you as someone who's working so hard on his behalf?
Listen, that was during the campaign. And I came out...
No, it was the other day. It was in May. He called Chuck Schumer a Palestinian. Literally a couple of months ago. I cringed that I saw it. Did you know?
When he did that during the campaign, I came out with a press release that said cannot be used as a slur.
When he said to Joe Biden, right? I remember you did.
No. He said that to Joe Biden, and he called Chuck Schumer at the same time. He called them Palestinians.
So how does that make you feel that 6-8 months later he's still doing it?
It's not acceptable. It is not acceptable.
Have you made that clear to the White House? I mean, you're a Palestinian working hard for the Trump administration to try and get peace. And Donald Trump goes on TV and keeps calling the most senior Jewish Democrat in the country. He's become a Palestinian. He's no longer Jewish. He said this in March. He said it in May.
I'm very proud of being Palestinian.
Okay, hey, I'm just going to say this. I'm not Palestinian myself, okay? And I don't want to speak for the Palestinian people, okay? So take this with a grain of salt, okay? He is the worst representation for the Palestinian people. If this is your best bet to get Trump to stop this war that's going on, killing innocent people, if this is your representation, we are screwed. He loves being Palestinian. It's close to his heart, and this is how he's treating this. That is ridiculous. My God, can you imagine if Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or Muhammad Ali or James Baldwin or Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale, if any of these people were weak like that, if they were spineless like that, we would still be in we were still be in chains at this point. We would not have the rights we have today as African Americans. It'd be ridiculous. Who made that person a leader or a representation of the Palestinian people? That is sad. Oh, come on. We're screwed. I know. Come on. It's a reason why Trump has him around. Because he's not saying nothing. He's a coward.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra. Fuck with me, you know that.